Okay, we're starting today with, as you can see, Scotland Smash. It's the Fresh Outer series, stage 2. This is category ZRS 390 to 510. So I'm bang in the middle of that ish, 456 ZRS. So it's a short course today. Back to the old uh, short, fast and furious Zwift races, 11.2 miles. Look at the graphic top right. It's lots of little undulating bumps, I'd say. Even the climb at the end, I think I've seen it's probably no more than 3, 4, 5%. Less than, or just over 500 feet climbing 11.2 miles. So a bit of a slowish start here. Now I'm in this group, there's no point me belting off at a huge pace on my own, trying to do 400 watts for the first half mile or mile and pulling the group. I'm just not fit enough. The group will just bring me in and I'll waste all my energy. Even on just 11 miles, that'd be too much for me. So I'm going to sit in the park, draft, be sensible. I know it's a bit boring, but I'd love to go and attack now, but someone's gone off there actually. On the front, just rein him in. Yeah, the rest of the pack right behind me there. Yeah, no one's attacking on this. It's too many strong riders. Stick in the pack. I say being boring, that's no good for a watch on YouTube, is it? I should be attacking. But saving a bit of energy. Felt good today. Yeah, looks like it's all about this 1, 2, 3 power ups, a couple of green icons there. I think they're the barriers, I think. Okay, I've got a feather there which I'll save until the climb about a third in. So we're in the centre here, and if I know, there's a couple of quite shortish, but you're going to have to put 500 watts down. You can see that red one in the middle there. You'll see in a minute when we get round this corner. So again, lots of little gentle pushers here. You just need to stay in the pack, not do anything silly, put a bit of power down. This bit here, coming to the barrier here, I suspect I'll be 550 plus watts on this to stay at the front any rate, and I suspect everybody else will. Let's see, what was I putting down? Yeah, I've used the feather on there. Everybody else is, apart from a couple of arrows. Yeah, 600 watts. Need to just keep that going through the barrier, because as you can see, first 4 riders are pushing there, so just keep on 400 watts. Feather's still there. Get right in that draft. I can just roll. Let's fast forward this a bit until we get to that decentish climb. Third way through. Everything pretty standard. Look at the top left, I'm hovering around 250 watts. Nothing too strenuous. Sat at the front there for a little bit. Here we go. So it's nothing steep. Just need to keep concentrating, keep the watts and a decent power out. No one's going off, no one's dropping anyone. Done 3.2 miles, just under 8 miles to go. It's realistically, I guess the advanced racers would be racing this at perhaps 25 minutes, perhaps a little quicker. And yeah, perhaps this category 27 to 28 minutes, I think. An idea of time. Let's get to the top of this here. Use the feather just to play it safe. Plenty of opportunity for other power-ups, so we're not wasting anything here. Someone's just powered through there. I'll just follow them to an extent. You can see the front group that gives me hope, because there's a lot of riders quite a way back there. So that means I'm climbing at a competitive pace, which is good. 3.6 gone, 7.6, nearly 10 minutes, just under 200, 185 feet climbed. And again, sat in the draft, not doing anything silly, a bit of a descent here so I can have a bit of a breather. Someone's gone off in the distance there, but we've got a descent, so the pack will be far faster than an individual. Try not to do anything hasty here. Here we go. Cruising at just under 30 miles an hour. So there's a steepish return, a little bit of a climb, as you can see once we got to the bottom of this descent. And then I've got to say, it's pretty flat. It is only 500 feet. Not too much action here to report. Again, there's no worries about the rider in front. The pack will just chase him down or her down very quickly. Interesting that they've gone off like that. There we go, I'm trying to get right in the middle of the pack. I can benefit from that draft. Here we go, this is that classic little turn up through the castle on the Scotland course. Gonna have to put it in here. I suspect we'll catch up to that rider then, because we're working as a team. Just under 6%, then we're going to the red area, I'm guessing 9% perhaps. Yeah, just under 9%. And then there's a tricky bit here. You think you're done, it just flattens out here with a little blue dip, and then there's this annoying little 2 or 3% that just goes on. Yeah, the graphic's gone, but it still goes on. I use the feather there. Everything's fine, not been dropped. Looks like we've dropped a rider from the back there, and the rest of the pack are coming in to catch up. Everything's good. No risks, 315 calories, just done 5 miles, 6.2 to go, 237 feet. It's almost half the distance climbed already. Let's fast forward this. Nothing really happened. No attacks. No aggressive attacks. I mean, there's a couple of people in front there, but that's not an attack. That's just leading the pack. Bit of wasted energy, I think. I used to do that, and it was naive and silly. And everyone said, why are you doing that? And I kind of realised when you just sit back in the pack, there's no need to be going off the front. So we're back in the city here. Little climb, and then we've got that push in the red. I will be using the feather again. Just come over this little bump, and then I need to be at the front going over there and probably power through so I'm not left on that blue descent, and then I can draft from there. 2.9 miles to go. Let's put my foot down here. I am doing these climbs much better. What have we got? 518, 540, almost 550 there at peak. Need to keep it there above 400, get into that draft before the descent. There we go, perfectly positioned. I'm getting much better at that, I've got to say. Yeah, right in there, that's perfect. Dropped another 3 riders, I want to say, off the back, possibly 4. That's good news. As before, my objective is to increase my ZRS score, so that is very likely to mean I need to come 19th and above, perhaps the top 20. I'd love a top 10 finish, but I don't think I've quite got the sprint at the moment. But to be in this category and to be pushing in the top half, that'll increase my ZRS score. That's the objective. Obviously, have a good 30 minutes of session above 500 calories. That's the next objective. And to enjoy it, which I am. Well, I wouldn't say I am during the race to an extent, but there we go. Right in the draft, perfectly placed. I used to watch other riders doing this. I was thinking, how much benefit do they get? And then when you are sat back there, yeah, you're doing less than 200 watts up this little punchy bit here. Keep in the pack, don't lose concentration. So 2 miles to go. So I'm thinking, because it's not that steep, I'm going to have to pick up the pace, and possibly could I put a bit of an aggressive push from a mile out, because there's no point me sat in. Let's say there's 20 riders here. Let's say there's 25 riders in this pack. There's no point me sat with them rolling to within 1,000 feet at 200 watts. Someone's just gone off to the barrier there. Have they gone further? I need to just make sure we're all chasing them down. Yeah, they're all coming now. The pack will absorb that rider easily in 50 metres. There you go, around the bend. Back in the pack, no point doing that. Blimey, I've learned not to do things like that. So yeah, tactics, right. When we get to 1 mile, I'm going to press it on, because nobody will be, I'm suspecting from how this race has gone, nobody's going to go out and attack. Nobody's gone from 1.5 mile. Nobody's going to do it from a mile, possibly half a mile. So I need to break these riders by possibly putting 350, 400 watts in for half a mile, see where we are with half a mile to go. And, you know, I'm okay and competitive at climbing, so hopefully I can see it through. And then there is a little flat right at the end, probably 200 metres, so I will put a sprint in. But hopefully I'm in the top 10, certainly in the top 20 by then. I've got an aero power up. Here we go, just out the outside of the city again. The pack is bunched in, 1.2 miles. It's pretty flat here. Nobody's gone off. It's like everybody's just waiting. 251 average, 486 calories done, nearly 25 minutes, 484 feet. I want to say there's 60 feet to go, 10 miles done. It just seemed to open up here for me. Nobody was doing anything. And I'm just going to lose the sprint. I'll finish last in a sprint there or thereabouts. So put 350 down. See what I'm doing, 0.9 miles. But obviously everybody's having to come with me now. There's no choice. I'm not making a gap, but I'm pushing everybody. And nobody was thinking of putting the pedal down at this stage. Everyone was waiting for the sprint. 500 calories done. So this is a bit of an element of surprise. 0.8 mile to go. I'm doing over 300 watts. 0.1. You see I've got 12 to 20 metres on some of them. That's great. That means I've got a chance. Top 15 perhaps. I've been caught here clearly. 0.6 mile to go. Well, hopefully I've just broken that pack. I certainly got them thinking, because I don't think anybody was doing that. Right, can I climb with the front riders? Well, I know I can, but can I do it now? They're going to be putting more than 320 watts out equivalent, or I'm going to need to. They're using the feather, so I'm going to have to use that aero, because I haven't got a feather. Half a mile to go, 365 watts. There's a bit of distance there. I need to close that. I'll start standing up, I think. I've used the aero because everyone else had a little competitive advantage there. 0.4 of a mile to go. Not a big elevation. It's 2.5, but it's annoying when you're near the end of the race and you've already done what, 10.5 miles. Here we go, 1.4%. I'm going to have to stand up here. I think people are going to go off there with the feather. I need to be closing these down. Come on, get into that back pipe. It's got to the flat. You can see the finish there. It's around 2 or 3 bends. Why have I sat down there? Didn't have anything left. Come on, 7th, 8th. Right, I need to drop into 16th and stand up. 16th, there you go. Right, come on, 500 watts. I've only got that. Get round that corner. Come on, put it in. Put it in. What am I? 11th. Definitely top 15. 13th. I think 13th. 3.4 watts a kilo. 3 seconds behind the leads. I'm happy with that, as you can see. 258 watts average. Strong ride for me. Like and subscribe. Thank you.